on, fellow currency lovers? It is time for another bill search video. So if you like money like I do, hit the subscribe and like button on this video, maybe get notifications, or don't. Whatever. Enjoy the video, and let's go through some change. We're going to start right off with a $10 bill from Series 2017. So the newer series of $10 notes. There's a few things I noticed right off the bat. One of which is this stray ink right here on one of the sheet annotations on the bill. A little bit of stray ink over here as well. Really a close serial number to a fancy serial number. We have good repetition of the 3s and 8s in here. Almost a radar note that can be read forward to back and back to forward. If we would have changed around a few things. If we would have said, hey, we got a 33877 833, that would have been a great note. But we're a little off there. What I really like about this note is that stray inking there that almost fills up that 0 on 03. So really neat. I like that a lot. Let's look at the back of the note. Really great depiction of the U.S. Treasury. I enjoy the $10 notes depictions on the back. After the redesigns after early 2000s, they enhanced graphics on both the front and back of U.S. federal currency. And they added some anti-counterfeiting measures, things of that like. Aside from that, they started the use of kind of multicolor ink and stuff like that to combat counterfeiting bills. But I'm going to hold on to this one for that stray inking going on here, or excessive ink. Really beat up $5 note, Series 2009. Just by looking at it, you can tell it got moisture on the bill. It's very thinned out. I know it's kind of hard to tell because it's like a piece of paper in the camera, but nevertheless, very close to a broken ladder. If we would have had a 5 thrown in there instead of another 2. So, very close, but no dice. Other than that, a little bit of a shift in the seal, but this guy is so beat up. Look at that gunk and schmudgel on the back, some boogers or something. And the depiction of the Lincoln Memorial is almost worn off the bill, so that would detract from any premium over face value if it were collectible. Here we go, a nice little star note, 2017 $1 note. Really crisp note. Normally we get nice beat up ones since these are circulated pocket change. But nothing to talk about as far as the depictions, anything about the $1 note. They haven't changed in almost 70 years. And they were discussing changing $1 and $2 notes and possibly the $20 note throughout the 2020s. But of course the current pandemic and other craziness going on has slowed all that up. Got a little bit of missing ink here, but that could just be some damage. But it is common to have a little bit of ink not laid down somewhat. So right here on his collar where it normally looks like a button, normally that would be a solid amount of ink here. But essentially, little ink didn't go down on the plate, didn't transfer to the note and printing process. Nothing on the back, little wet ink transfer. This is from the note that sat below it. But I love star notes. If you watch any of my videos, I'm a big star note fan. I wish it had a fancy serial number, but that's okay. Set that guy aside. Next one, 2009 Series $1 note. Same dealie, I won't touch on that, so we'll go through this one a little bit quicker since I already talked about the note enough. I have no idea what this is. Looks like highlighter or, you know, vampire blood or something. But it's going to detract from value if it did have a fancy serial number, so keep that in mind while you are looking through your banknotes. Another beat-up $5 note. We're not getting lucky on the 5s being pristine in this search so far, but that's okay. Series 2013 note. Little bit of excess of ink going on right here. Couple dots there. Looks like a little burn mark. Somebody was smoking a cigarette or something around it, who knows. Nothing on the back of the note. Really folded up and creased up, so lots of damage to this note. Keep that in mind when looking through your bills, but I don't see anything on that one. Another 2017 note, little bit of a fold here, but that's no biggie. Still worth $1, so I can get a drink on my trip to Asheville here later on today. We're going to go check out some coin stores and stuff like that, go on a gem hunt. I'm really excited about that, so I'm going to let you guys know all about it. Take some videos, you can see my ugly mug and Jess's beautiful face as we look through gem mines, so, you know, hopefully you will enjoy that. Nothing on that bill. Another 2013 note, nothing in the serial number, all printed pretty well. I'm not seeing anything jump out at me too much on this note, so let's flop it to the back. Nice folded up, beat up, definitely been through circulation quite a bit. If you have any interest on what the layout of notes is, I do have a video from a while back. You can search in the category for banknote news and facts and rare finds. I do have a playlist for that will go through different fancy serial numbers to look for, as well as things to see on dollar bills. Now let's move on. 2017, this one's been wet as can be. You can tell that from not only the rippling effect across the bill, but also how it's missing ink here that looks like it's been almost smeared off on this fold there, where it says Series 2017 across the signature here of Stephen Nuchin and all that stuff. So it's pretty obvious it's been wet, it's all tore up. So if it did have anything collectible about it, that would heavily play in its valuation. And nothing on the back. 2017 $1 note also. Bit of wet ink transfer. You can see that from the reverse side of the note that sat on top of this one, where you get part of that N from the word 1 that's printed on the back of the note. Same dealio here. This one's got a little bit of wet ink transfer from the note that sat on this. So this one has a couple things going on, but they're not errors, and it's not a variety note. It's not anything that I'm going to collect for that factor. But if it was really, really dramatic, say you could see the word 1 over all of the depiction or portrait of Washington, then I would say, oh yeah, hold on to that. Now, one thing that does interest me, though, is this stray inking up here. This most likely is from the bill that sat on top of this one, and it's this green ink used on the back of the note, has transferred over to here, which I kind of like, although it's really small, but I'm going to hold on to that one as well. A little bit of over ink on the 2013 note here. Now, if you watch any of my videos, a lot of other coin channels, there's lots of people that cover this, but the over inking on 2013 notes is incredibly common. So unless it's really, really dramatic, I don't suggest searching those out. $20 note. A little bit of stray ink over here on this guy too, so that's kind of interesting. Although this one has some more sheen to it, and I would assume is more of a ballpoint pen. Nothing in the serial number. Somebody folded this guy up to stick in their wallet or save it in their pocket or whatever, put it in their sock, wherever they kept their money. Another thing is that people ask me about is this stray inking around the trees here. This is a lot smaller of an example, but if you watched a video I made a while back, we went through a bill search, probably like a year ago now, that I found a really good one that has a ton of over inking and stray inking from around these trees, or around these trees, and I kept that note. So check that video out. Let's see, 2017, definitely seen its day in somebody's pocket and exchanging for different goods and stuff like that. Nothing on the front there. Tore up, nothing really going on the back. Now this is interesting. 2017 $1 note. I like to call these odometer notes. And the reason is obvious, which is, it looks like your odometer. In this case, you'd have a ton of mileage on your car in that case, which I did have a Crown Victoria I had for 11 years that I put almost 300,000 miles on, and that thing ran like a champ even when I sold it. So it's out there. Anyway, this is a really good example, which basically the ticker or rotating numbers that are on, it's a little rotating device that basically clicks over as bills are printed and lays down the serial number. It basically got jammed up to not being greased properly, and so it gets stuck. and that's how this 3 is printed higher, and I like to call those odometer bills. If you think the thing is probably spinning fast as can be with the amount of bills that are being printed, but what is interesting is it doesn't translate over to this side. So that's pretty interesting. Let's look at the back of the note. Nothing really going on there. Little wet ink transfer, but nothing to call home about. Little light went out. Anyway, Series 2017 note. Nothing the serial number there. A little bit of smudgel around the portrait of Washington. Not sure what that is. And nothing on the back. We're down there to the last 2 notes. I'll just do them at the same time. Why the heck not? 2013 note, 2009 note. Nothing to talk about as far as design. The bottom note has quite a bit of damage to it. It has been wet. It's been beat up. Looks like somebody blew their nose on it. So nothing to talk about there. Top note, 2013 $1 note. Only differences here is going to be a signature. So no difference in design or graphics or anything like that. Nothing on the back of that guy. Let's look at the back of this note. And that is not ink used in the production of bills, so nothing jumping out on this bill to me. What did we keep? We'll start with the top one. Why not? Oh man, I threw my little ticker note in the wrong direction. Hold on. We gotta find it. No! Where are you? There we are. Really nice odometer note. Sometimes I lose my head while I'm doing this. So, nice odometer note. I'm going to hold on to it. I really like these notes a lot, so I'll put that in a plastic sleeve. We have our over ink here. I normally do not see the ink used for serial numbers and seals way up here, or really over inked in general. You can also see kind of a gang tattoo across Washington there, so that's pretty cool. Nice star note, really crisp. Love me some star notes. And a nice $10 note with that nice over inking filling up that 03 on the face of the note. Let me know what you think about this bill search, and of course, meet me in the comments below and tell me what you've come across lately in your coin and bill searches. But otherwise, I hope you're having a stellar day. You are the bestest of the best, and I hope you have a good hunt through your coin roll searching and bill searching. Thanks for coming to another video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.